We ended our losing streak. We won, but we were supposed to win, and we were supposed to win in that fashion.
Correct.
So I'm glad. So I was at the game. When I tell you my family showed out, we had the best time. They gave everybody these raised HE double hockey sticks flags. I hate the fact that that word was on it. But let's get to the game.
All right.
Duval and that was on point. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I love it. And I didn't know the Titans had a really good defense. I didn't know.
That's what made me worried going into the game. I knew that the Titans didn't score that much, but I knew their defense was, oh my gosh, like one of the top 5 defenses. In some areas, they may have been number 1, but I knew that they were top 5 overall defense. So that kind of concerned me a little bit. So when we came out scoring back, I was like, is this a top 5 defense or is it not? Because you didn't know it the way we were scoring.
And I love it. I'm loving to Command the Nation and showing up because this is something I forgot to report last game. And Sabrina can attest to this. For the first time in many years, it was more of us than them. And again, at the Titans game, there were way more of us there than them. That I'm starting to love. We need to switch that into our favor. It helps because it gets loud in there now, Sabrina. Did you recognize that? It's so loud now. I'm loving this part. They even show you the decimals on the screen.
Yeah.
But those are the things out around the game. Let's get to the actual game. The play calling still was a little bit scary to me. Second half, not first half.
Right,
Second half.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when we have our foot on the gas, we let up and we try different things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this would have been a good time to run some 2-point conversion options. Because if I tell you that kicker, what in the world? They done set my boy Split down. You know I can't say his name right. Put it to the brainer. Then Gonzalez come in missing. What in the world is going on? Do I need to get out there, Sabrina?
So let's talk about that. We're going to talk about a thing within a thing. You mentioned how they moved the extra point back like 15 yards or so, which makes a huge difference. You would think that it wouldn't, but when you're used to kicking like from the 1 or the 2 and now you're kicking from the 15, that's enough of a difference where it's going to cause some people to miss. So I think that's part of it. I think some of it is psychological. Like if you miss one, now you got to bounce back and get it back and they don't. I think it's just them moving that extra point that's throwing off a lot of people like Justin Tucker, which you never thought you would see.
My God. Mm-hmm. It's something more to that story. We can't really get into that now till I do some research. But Tucker, for those who don't know, Tucker got his yellow jacket already made. He haven't even tied yet. If he don't go first round, somebody done rigged the votes. Because he's the GOAT of kickers. He's had the record for the last 3 records for longest field goal. It's been Tucker. Highest percentage, Tucker. Most accuracy, Tucker. At most made in a year, Tucker. Whenever there was a record with kicking, it was Tucker. Now, even he having issues. He done missed 9.
And listen, all of the points that Tucker has missed has been the difference pretty much in the games the Ravens have lost.
Yeah.
And so people say kickers aren't important to the game. Kickers, you lying to me. If he had made most of his kicks, then the Ravens would have a whole nother record.
Like 10 and 12. 10 and 2, I'm sorry. They'd be 10 and 2 right now, 9 and 3.
At least. So, yeah, you can't tell me kicking doesn't make a difference. But, yeah, you brought up the kicker, Gonzalez, for us and how he missed.
Now it made me mad because when Gonzalez was making them this week, that made me be angry about last week. Like last week, I reported I wasn't upset. It was funny because I got upset this week about last week. Now that I see Gonzalez making these extra points, I got upset because you could have let Splivet stay where he was and then recuperate. They be trying to come back in the game too fast, Sabrina. They want to be I'm going to put the team on my back and I'm going to do that. If you are injured, hurt, aching, if you're not even 90, 80%, stay on IR or stay out. You still going to get paid. But y'all don't do sick days. You know what I'm saying? Well, I would feel like I'm hurting my team if I don't go in at least 80%.
And I think what it is they feel like if I don't come back, if I don't hurry up and do what I got to do, especially with kickers, they feel like I can be replaced. And so they feel like if I think I can go, I'm going to go.
See, I guess I would be that anomaly because Gwen going to be on her couch with them Cheetos. My
No,
leg
you
in the
would
sweat.
not.
My leg up high. Homie, holler at you, Quinn. You see what I'm going through, home slice? I'm out. But get Gonzalez in there. He can do it for you till I get back. Because it's a process. But till then, Sabrina, this dude was our hero. He had won a whole game from us. He kicked 7 field goals in one game, and we won that game. So then a little bit of confidence is there. But when you come back before you're ready, you hurt the team more, in my opinion. I would rather stay out and they're healed than to come back because it's been 2 weeks. I'm afraid I'm lose my job. You're going to lose it anyway if you come back too soon and you missing. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
You blew the Dallas game. Oh,
right.
Now I'm mad. See how I'm weird, y'all? Because I was okay with the loss last week, but now I went to the game this week and he was hitting. Gonzalez was tearing him up. Like, why did they bring him back? But I digress. But it was a good game. It was a good game.
It was.
So this is our bye week. Everybody gonna rest up and get ready because we gonna have to show up in the Big Easy, and this is winnable if we do what we're supposed to do.
And let's talk about this: the fact that Lattimore, the cornerback that we got, that's going to be his debut. They're going to debut him against a former team in New Orleans.
I'm so tired of this drama. Is this not Landon or Dallas, the TV series, or Dynasty was the one I watched? Even so, that was
in the hospital.
That was a setup. Ain't no damn excuse. See, I just cussed. Ain't no doggone way. Now this the game he ready for. Come on now, Sabrina.
Yeah, let's
build up because you got all the people that's going with me. I'm gonna break out my Chase jerseys. Chase ain't mad at you, man, and it ain't gonna bother him.
Oh, let me tell you something. I forgot that man was down there. See, that's a shame.
The crew I'm going with. I'm gonna go break out my Chase jersey. That might give him the motivation to monkey stomp us even harder. Y'all, this is supposed to be reverse psychology, not give me the energy to beat you. You know what I'm saying?
But I think Lattimore coming out this week, half of it might be drama, but I think half of it is timing. They wanted to make sure his hammy was correct. What you call him, his ham sandwich?
So when that ham sandwich was broke, it probably still is. And it's another one. Is he coming back and forth? Now, I ain't gonna lie. If he coming back in place of St. Juice, now I'm down for that. He could be 40%. He can get in that game.
Okay, let me
almost beat that boy.
Let me say this though. We didn't hear St. Juice's name against the Titans, so that means he probably did.
Sabrina, you wasn't there. He did get burned on one of them plays.
Well, one out of how many?
Yeah, but he didn't get smoked like he usually. But
that's what I'm saying.
Okay, you right.
And then poor Emmanuel Forbes got cut. We didn't talk about that. And I feel bad about that. He's a young kid, still a very young kid, high hopes, drafted highly, and it just hasn't worked out for him. I hope he can go somewhere else.
He already got picked up. He got picked up out of Rams, man, I think. I do believe it's the Rams.
Okay. Well, that's good because he's, like I said, he respectful young man, large family, high hopes, that country Southern upbringing. I just wanted to see him happy. He seemed like a decent kid. He doesn't seem like a troublemaker. Maybe he just had a difficult time adjusting.
It wasn't no adjusting. This was collateral damage. And I say this because it is. He was the last remaining of the Verver draft people. He was
absolutely.
They done got rid of all of them. So this baby was collateral damage. That's all that was, Sabrina.
Very, very
did not deserve. I would have cut Juice before Forbes. And what position Forbes didn't play. I don't get the corners. I know the difference between the corner and the safety, but there's a nickel, then it's a strong, then it's a quarter, then it's a dime, then it's a dollar.
Yeah.
I would have figured it out and put Forbes in that spot. That he was collateral damage. That made no sense to me. I immediately understood the assignment when it happened.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, if you've been watching this show for any length of time, especially a little bit further back, you will know that I am not a fan of Mr. Patrick Mahomes, okay? My mother, that's her favorite player. I got my boys coming on about 4:00, Sabrina. My boy coming on and like the late night game today.
Yeah.
I've never been a Mahomes fan. Yes, he's an excellent player, but also he's the new golden child of the league. He gets the calls that he should not get, and I'm all about fair. Like, don't put no extra on it. Don't call penalties quicker for him than other people. Like, let's keep it for real. With that being said, I brought that up to say I feel like the league is cheating for them Chiefs. Y'all been seeing all these crazy calls, and every game it gets crazier and crazy at the calls that they're getting and the breaks that they're getting and stuff, where literally the last game, it was something like, it should have been something where the down was replayed, but instead of them replaying the down, they gave the ball to the Chiefs and they shouldn't have had it. It's just craziness every single week. But I think it's like when parents have a bunch of kids and they got a favorite. I think the Chiefs are just the ref's favorite. They might be on their payroll a little bit. And so I just think that the league needs to pay more attention to how these calls are going in favor of the Chiefs. I think it's some favoritism there.
And then every year we can pick out that one moment that propelled them to the next, to the next, to the next. You keep an eye on them. And those are, some might say, well, when it's just one play, but this W is going to set them up from home field advantage, because ultimately you need that. I can think, since I've been watching football, only 2 or 3 teams have ever won the Super Bowl from the wild card position. I know the Giants did it the last time they went, but to think of another team has been far-fetched. So the home field advantage is needed, is mandatory, it's desired. So these W's get them that, which help them win.
Well, it's very clear who the favorite is. At least one of the favorites is for these refs.
Definitely.
And the Chiefs are like 10-1 or 11-1 now. If the games had gone the way they were supposed to, they would have at least 4 losses.
Yes, they would be 9. Yes, they would have 9. They would only have 1 9 because of one call. Now let's see how important that is when the season is over. Let's see where second place finish and third place finish, because if they not got credit for 2 or 3 games they should have lost, they would not have home field advantage throughout the playoffs, because ultimately that's the prize. That's the catalyst to almost getting you to the Super Bowl, the home field advantage.
And so since we're talking about the Chiefs, let's talk about another AFC team, the Ravens. The Ravens let us down big time. You funny. I don't know what's going on with him. I have no idea.
We know it was Tucker, but you can't put that all on him. You got to score more and not rely on him. He has been off the last 5 games. So with that in mind, my mindset would have been, I'm going to run it on them. Saquon, see what I'm saying? Back to that one move to mess it all up. That was the piece they were missing.
I agree.
And Saquon was missing a line and a quarterback in a team like the Eagles. That was a perfect combination. Johnny Gill, Stacey Lattimore. Perfect combination. Because when they got together, it is a wrap. I'm not going to put my foot in my mouth, my big old mouth, you know what I'm saying? But what's my word, Sabrina? I'm not loud,
uproarious.
Yes. I'm going to call it. It is definitely, if everything goes like it's supposed to be, the Lions and the Eagles in the NFC Championship.
Yeah,
there's nobody else.
How you say all the time, Ray Charles could see that coming for sure.
Yes. So, but had it not for the addition of Saquon, I wouldn't have called it for them.
No. I don't think
everybody can see that now because of that one person. I would love to be around him or him right now. Oh, well, God avenges. That's why you gotta let God set you up. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and a lot of times
let that boy go for $13 million. That's like a $200 between regular people. The amount of money that they spend. They let him go for $200.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He's getting the last laugh for sure, because everybody's talking about that Hard Knocks piece and how they on there saying if the Eagles were to get him, how sick he would feel, and he's our favorite around here. But if he was your favorite, then why didn't you keep him?
Yeah, he's sick, all right. Them Bama's in ICU. He got an oxygen tank walking around with him now, because I couldn't show my face. That's all I'm going to say. They let that man go for $200 and ruined it for everybody else. We don't have a fighting chance. And there are those that say I give the Eagles too much, but I'm a football fan. If it's going down with football, it's going down. I'm always root for my Commanders, but Sabrina and I are committed to speaking the truth, because that's football. We know who we are. We know where we are. But when I tell you, I would love to be around that Bama right now. Them Giants, they can't even come out at night. They can't come out till the night. That's what I meant.
I just saw something yesterday, but said they've been eliminated from playoff contention, and it's only week 13 or 12 or whatever. I'm like, that is awful. At least Saquon would have got him 2-3 more wins.
Nope.
You know,
we got them more than that. They would at least be over the Giants, right? I mean, over the Cowboys right now with him. But with all that being said, Yeah, it's just we gotta build the pieces to get ready for next year. That all of this we doing now is experience, gelling, understanding. God could be on our side. We could have another Hail Mary moment and get, further. Who knows? God is in control. But man, when I tell you they done gave for $200, they done set the Eagles up. That's where we are. So, but Lamar, get it together.
Yeah.
Come on now. Don't blame Tucker. No, you got to set them up. Y'all got the biggest running back in the backfield. What is going on with that? Why they not blocking for him? Get that tight end to block. That line is a little bit shaky. It was shaky from the beginning of the season, but it's shakies now. You know what I'm saying? Because that thing, I'm watching the game. I'm thinking, bust that hole. I see gaps. Henry running over here, the gap over there. If it's not communication, I don't know what's going on. But the Ravens are supposed to be right up on them Chiefs. They do
right now,
every year.
I want to say right now the Ravens are the 6th or the 7th seed. Every week they just been dropping. I think they're the 6th seed. So if they keep it up, they're going to be out of the playoff picture. They're going to keep messing around.
So let's congratulate again Coach Tomlin of the Steelers.
Oh, wow.
For the 18th year in a row, he has a winning season. Even if they lose all the rest of their games, he's going to finish. Anything over 500 is considered a winning season in football.
He's going to put them in the place too. Yeah. Being competitive.
Congratulations again. And they gave him another extended, like 3 more years for like 100 million, like 40 million or something.
Yeah. And
so that's incredible.
And that's such a good thing to bring up. And then also Russell Wilson and coach's decision to start Russell after he had been injured and putting him back in over, was it Fields?
Mm-hmm.
Putting him back in over Fields. I mean, was a risky call to me because I felt like Fields was kind of on a roll, but he can see how he said that's why they pay him the big bucks.
That's right.
Because he made that decision, and Russell has been playing his butt off. And I was looking at Malachi, my brother Malachi sent me a montage of what Russell kind of went through in Denver. Mm-hmm. Man, Sean Payton gave him the blues.
Yes. And I've never seen a coach yell at a quarterback or get in a quarterback face and cuss them out as bad as Sean Payton did to Russell. That was pure disrespect. That's all I'm going to say. He gave him
the blues. Yeah, and Russell kept his same temperament. His teammates was kind of getting on him a little bit. The fans was really riding on him terribly. And he just kept his same demeanor. He never, at least publicly, never wavered. And so I just really am happy for him. I don't want the Steelers to win at all. I ain't going to lie. But I'm happy for him personally in that he's getting this chance at redemption and respect again,
Yes. And that's another Mayfield. When they do the Broncos, Sean Payton had no respect for him. He done messed around and found out with the right coach, you can encourage and get the victory out of somebody, the best of that person. That's why partnership is very important. Being with around the right people, having the right people in your life, having encouragers and not takers and those type of things. That's been my lesson for 2024. So this ended on a great note. This football lesson and this life lesson. Your inner circle has to be top notch, and it has to be the people God ordained to be in your life.
And the Broncos are right behind the Ravens, from what I understand, in the playoffs standing. So we'll see how that plays out.
They might have to play. Wouldn't that be? That's the drama. See, if it go down, y'all, we said it first here. A little bit of drama in this thing. Because wouldn't it, what's the word I'm looking for? That the Broncos have to play the Steelers in the playoffs.
Yeah, there'd have to be some moving around, but
they're gonna move it around. Bring it on call. The prophetess.
Oh my gosh. And just real quick, we talked about Saquon and the Giants earlier. We didn't mention Daniel Jones. He ended up with the Vikings, even though I don't think he's going to stay there. But we're going to see how
I wouldn't have picked them up this fast. I would have let him sit out there and rose. So for those who may not live in the DMV, they are considering getting our logo back. Not the Redskin name, but the Chief image.
Right.
Which I always took pride in.
Mm-hmm.
I get it may have started in a negative place, But over the years, we living in the DMV took pride in that symbol. It didn't mean that to us. And I'm gonna be honest, I went to SoFi. We never shared those pictures because Sabrina and I wasn't recording at the time. But I actually went to SoFi last year when the Commanders was playing the Rams. When I tell you them Native American Hispanics or whatever you want to call them, there was more us than them at that stadium. They was everywhere. And I asked, how you living in LA support the Commanders on the other side of the country? This is crazy. She said, because of my Indian heritage.
Yeah, and
they don't take it as a negative. Most of them don't.
Yeah, and you said earlier, and I knew what you meant. I think you just said it backwards. It started out positively because the logo was created after a Native American chief. So it started out as a positive, but all this current crap just tried to turn it to something that it wasn't.
I'm on the fence with that, Sabrina, because that first owner was racist. Kennedy had to threaten him to get a black player or he was going to take his team. So the name was racist. That's what I should say.
Okay, yes.
The name was racist. Okay. That's But I'm with you, but it was so many Commander fans. It felt like a home game. And I just happened to ask more than one, because you never could just ask one. You got to ask more. And they all said the same thing. It's my Native American heritage.
Wow.
I was like, wow, because that's not, they said, yeah, we hate the fact that they blamed us, or they made everybody think that we all were on board with this, but we weren't. So I blessed Sabrina. I found some Redskin gear and I gave her one. And I didn't know. I answer prayers because she had been asking for some more. And I want some more too, but it's hard to find.
It is very hard to find. I've been looking. So let's shift from maybe that's sort of a positive to something that was a little concerning in Randy Moss's health. And you had kind of the background on this to tell me what you thought it was. And that's what I'm hearing that it may be. So tell everybody about Randy Moss.
So jaundice is when it's the bowel is being blocked. So your bowel movements jaundice is like a greenish color that comes from your gallbladder, your bowel, your liver, all those things. So when there's any kind of blockage or any serious issue, it backs up into your blood. So it comes out in your nails and in your eyes. That's why. So when you see somebody with yellow eyes, they have a serious health problem. So 60%, 65% of the time when you have it in your eyes, the person usually has pancreatic cancer. That's one of the first signs when it's past. And that's the strange thing about pancreatic cancer. Whenever you start exhibiting symptoms, you already on stage 4 or 5.
Oh, Jesus.
That's why it's the mortality rate is very low. People often die because when you start exhibiting symptoms, you're usually on the latter stages. So he either has an issue with his liver, he has an issue with that pancreas or that gallbladder, but whatever it is, it's causing that bilirubin or whatever it's called, that bile. That's what I was told. It's backing up into your blood, and it has to show itself. And that's the places that's like, it's going to be your nails and your eyes, and it's going to appear yellow. Most babies, African American babies, have jaundice.
My daughter had it.
Yeah. They just put you under a light. They put your whole body because your skin looks a little yellow. But as adults, it is showing our eyes and our nails. So instead of wondering what's wrong with them or making jokes, we should definitely be in deep prayer for him and his family because he has a medical issue. And he did admit that.
Yes,
so they can put on his shades and look super fly. But I love the fact that he openly shared, because that was concerning. When I saw him, I said, he's sick. I was had a quote from Steve Jobs, and that man died with $8 billion. And the one thing he said, basically, I'm gonna paraphrase it, but health over wealth any day. Happiness over wealth. We train or raise our kids to be wealthy. His last advice to everybody was, we need to raise them to be happy. We're gonna do the pick. We're gonna try to do the picks in 1 minute, y'all. Let's go. The Commanders on the bye, so we straight.
Saints at the Giants in New York.
I'm gonna go with the Giants.
I'm gonna go with the Saints.
So okay, go.
This was a no-brainer. Panthers at the Eagles.
Okay, next.
Right. I want to throw in one real quick one.
You gotta do Dallas first.
Oh yes, the Bengals at the Cowboys in Texas.
I'm gonna go with Burrows. They're gonna get it together.
I hope you're right, being as though what we're wearing, but I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna give it to the. Unfortunately, I think the star might eke it out, but
I
I
can't.
hope I'm wrong.
It's against my religion. I'm going with the Tiger. I'm going with the Bengals.
Okay, and just real quick, a non-NFC East one that I think is good tomorrow night: Packers at Lions. Oh yeah, NFC North.
The Lions gonna get it though, but that's gonna be a good game. You gotta watch. This is a good divisional game. The Lions gonna get them though.
I agree with you. All right, that's the picks for this week. We're about to be out of here. The Pro Bowl voting has opened. I'm gonna put the link where you go down there. Vote for any commander that you think should be on there or any team that you want to, of course. But I hope you vote for Elise McLaurin, Jaden Daniels, Frankie Louvu.
I'm about to say I'm voting for Lulu.
Anybody you think is good. So with that being said, I'm Sabrina.
And I'm Gwen. Have a safe, blessed week. Love on someone. Take care. Bye.